Good morning. We are live. I'm a couple minutes early. Just wanted to make sure everything was working correctly. So we'll see who pops in. Gonna give it a little time. See who shows up. Hi, Christy. I just sent you this. I was trying to figure out how to send stuff to people in here. So you can ignore that because you're here. But I was just playing around with it. So we'll see who's going to show up. Hello, hello, N3TH. How are you? How are you, Christy? Good morning. How is everyone? Happy to be back. So say hello in the chat if you would like, so I know who's here. Unfortunately, over here it doesn't tell me who's on. So we're gonna do a meditation today, and then I'll do some card pulls for people. So if you'd like to stick around for that, we'll get started maybe in, I'm looking at an imaginary watch. We'll get started maybe in, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes. We're just gonna wait and see if some of my regulars show up. I'm so glad to hear that, Christy. I hope you enjoyed the full moon yesterday. I know I did. So today we're gonna do a meditation for opening your heart, mind, and spirit to new beginnings. That would be great if you don't mind, Christy. That would be great, just to let our normals know, our regulars know. And it looks like I still have several people in here. So still just kind of waiting. But if you'd like to meditate with us, please hang out for a couple minutes or come back in a couple minutes. We'll get started as soon as I see that I have a few more people. I see your comment, but I don't know what a JOI is. Joy? I do see Alejandra. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It says hello. Hello to you. Good morning. Just reading the comments, waiting for Christy to come back. Hello, Nora. How are you? Welcome in. All right, Christy, yay. Thank you for doing that. And good, I'm glad you're doing okay. This is a live stream for Sunday morning meditation. So we were doing them over on Instagram, but Instagram kicked me for not having enough followers. So we're doing it over here. So it is a meditation for opening your heart, mind, and spirit to new beginnings. I'm just giving my normal people that show up a few minutes to show up, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. So Christy, if you're back, I can't see who's in here, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, Maria. How are you? So if you guys want to gather up any props or tools that you might need to get further into meditation, so that can include blocks, blankets, pillows, bolsters, meditation cushion. You can do this from a chair, you can do this from a bed, but just find whatever is most comfortable for you today in the body that you have today. As we know, our bodies feel different every day, so really listen to that and honor your body and do whatever feels most nourishing to you today. And then feel free to light candles. You can burn incense. You can diffuse or use an oil roller for essential oils. You can gather a palm stone or any sort of stone if that helps aid you. It's sometimes nice to kind of hold one during meditation. You don't need any of these things, by the way. They're just aids. So if anything is something that is going to help you get in further, that's what I would suggest you grab. So, and then when you're ready, I recommend being seated at first because we're going to do a few little movements just to get ourselves a little more relaxed. So you can start by rocking the hips or making little circles with the hips, finding the sit bones, maybe finding a little length in the spine. Sometimes finding those sit bones really helps with that. And then maybe you want to take some little circles one way or the other, or some really big circles. And then make sure you switch the direction at some point. Then we'll do some little gentle twists. So doesn't matter which side you start on, but just kind of creep your way to one side. You can have a hand on the knee. You can have a hand if you're sitting on something. Mine's behind my bolster. Otherwise, you can tent the hands and you can use that behind you to prop yourself up if your hand doesn't go on the floor easily. I'm not a very flexible person, so it doesn't, I always need all the extra blocks and tools like this to help me. So the gaze can be down or it can be behind the shoulder. Do what's comfortable for your neck. And then coming forward, let's switch sides. So again, you can use the knee, you can use something you're sitting on, if that's a chair or that's a bolster or some blocks, you can use that, or you can tent the hands on this side. Gaze again can be down at the floor or behind your shoulder. Whatever feels good to your neck today, feels good to your body. And no one gets to tell you what feels the best for your body. So you get to make that decision. So let's do a couple little side bends. And really trying to get into these little baby ribs here, the little floating ones. Inhale. And then exhale, come up. We'll kind of flow. Inhale. Other side. Exhale, come up. Inhale. Exhale, come up. Inhale. And exhale, come up. Inhale. And exhale, come up. And then let's do a couple little cat and cows. Coming forward, inhale. Exhale, kind of retracting in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Couple more of these. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And then we'll go into some shoulder rolls. And feel free to switch the direction of the shoulder rolls and go forward if that feels good to you. That isn't something that feels good to me, so I'm not going to do that. But again, you choose what feels good for you. Sometimes it feels good to go both ways. I'm the type of person that needs to lengthen this way. I tend to be a little more collapsed. So for me, rolling backwards is what I'm trying to get opened. And then the neck. And some options here, so you can roll back and forth like this. Sometimes the back of the neck is really tender, so I like to give this option. This one usually feels good to me. But another option is to go all the way around. Just do so really slowly, gently, mindfully, switching the direction at some point and going the other way. Or you can just simply stay in place. Hold it on one side, roll forward, hold on the other side, etc. So choose whichever feels good to you. And then go ahead and do any other movements that you need to get out any last little kinks or little pains. See if we can release some things before we're seated for quite a while. And again, if you're just popping in, our theme today for our meditation is opening your heart, mind, and spirit to new beginnings. So I hope that will be helpful. And then when all of the movement feels complete, you can get into your seated position. This can be against a wall for more support or in a chair, or you can even lie down if that feels good. Just choose whatever position makes you feel the most comfortable. And then if you haven't already, you can close down the eyes, or you can find a soft gaze out in front of you. Your hands can be up on your lap to feel more open or to receive, or you can have them down, facing down. And that is for feeling more grounding. It's a little more closed, going a little more inward. And for today, I would actually recommend that you're in the receiving position. But that said, you should always choose what feels good to you. So connect to your breath. Bring your focus there. Bring the attention to how the breath moves in and out of your lungs and body. And we're not aiming to change or judge the breath, just to be a quiet observer for now. And then we'll take 3 deep inhales on 6 through the nose and exhale slowly through the nose on 6. So exhaling to begin, getting ready to receive the breath, and then inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top and exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then return to the normal rhythm of your breath. Just feeling the ebbs and flows of the breath, just like the ocean waves. That coming and going feeling. And then we'll do a little body scan. So trying to release any lingering tension in the body for now. So letting go of the bottoms of the feet, the tops of the feet, all the toes, the ankles, the lower legs, the upper legs, the hips, the pelvis, the pelvic floor, the lower back, the lower abdominals, upper abdominals, the whole stomach, upper back, chest, shoulders, tops of the arms, bottoms of the arms, palms, tops of the hands, all of the fingers, back up to the shoulders, back of the neck, front of the neck and throat, back of the head, wrapping around the sides of the head, up to the crown of the head, down to the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes, the cheeks, nose, jaw, tongue, lips, throat. See if you can really let go of all of the personality in your face. That's something that my favorite meditation teacher, Leilani, always says. And then imagine you're walking to your mailbox. You open it, and inside is a letter addressed from you to you. You open the letter and read it. And it's an invitation, one that welcomes you to release the past and old ways of being and accepting and embracing a new clean slate. It acknowledges how difficult and even painful it can be to let go of what was, that you must go through this stage of grief to get to a brighter future. You can take the memories with you with love, but you must let go of anything you are holding too tightly in order to make a new start, one that is sacred and just for you. Now imagine that you are in a garden and around you are beautiful, fragrant flowers, tall, whispering trees, and birds and animals that bring whimsy or comfort. Imagine looking at all the beauty around you, but feeling that there is more beyond. You see something more beyond a trellis just at the end of the garden. The trellis is covered in vines and greenery. You take one last look at the garden and take note of everything that was there, both the good and the bad, but with the knowing you have to leave it behind. When you are ready, you pass into the unknown with a heart of gratitude, and you step through the trellis and through the portal. And on the other side, you find whatever you've been dreaming of that maybe you haven't until now truly let yourself dream of. It's all there for you. All you had to do was step into this new future or new timeline. Now see yourself walking into this new world, a new dream of yours with confidence, trust, and whimsy. You find a comfortable place to stop and sit for a while. Once you are seated and comfortable, start to notice what is around you. What can you see? What can you hear? What can you smell? What can you touch? And what does this place make you feel? Now imagine your mind opening like a book or like a flower, allowing for access to all the knowledge you've been blocked from. See your mind filled with new information. Next, see your heart opening like a book or flower, allowing for access to your dreams, desires, and creativity. See your heart filled with love and passion for yourself, life, and all beings. Finally, see your third eye opening like a book or a flower, allowing for your deep inner knowing or intuition to come trickling in. See your being filled with trust and knowing that what is meant for you will find you, and what you desire also desires you. And then you can feel free to repeat these affirmations aloud or silently. I let go of the past so I can make room for my future. I let go of the past so I can make room for my future. I am allowed to keep good memories or lessons without letting them hold me back. I am allowed to keep good memories or lessons without letting them hold me back. I have gratitude for my past. I have gratitude for my past. Inside me lives a place where anything is possible. Inside me lives a place where anything is possible. I step into the unknown with trust and gratitude. I step into the unknown with trust and gratitude. I know that my mind, body, and spirit are mine to open whenever I am ready. I know that my mind, body, and spirit are mine to open whenever I am ready. I have control over my life and what I want for my future. I have control over my life and what I want for my future. I embrace new information, dreams, desires, creativity, and my intuition. I embrace new information, dreams, desires, creativity, and my intuition. Feel free to repeat any affirmations that resonated with you, or you can add your own now. I'll give you a little time to do so. And as always, you're welcome to stay in meditation longer, or you can follow me. We'll start grounding and making our way out of meditation very slowly, very gently. So bringing the attention back to your normal breath. How do you feel? And then we'll take 3 deep breaths together. We'll inhale on 7 through the nose, exhale slowly on 7 through the mouth, so like a long sigh. Exhaling to begin, getting ready to receive the breath. And inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top and exhale at the mouth slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now return to the normal rhythm of your breath. Bring the attention back there for a moment. And then we'll start to very slowly and gently wake up the body, wiggling fingers and toes, rocking the hips gently side to side, rocking the head gently side to side, rolling the shoulders back and down. Any other very gentle movements that help you come back into the physical space. Keeping the eyes closed, or you can flutter them open We'll take 3 more breaths together. So inhaling, sweeping the arms up overhead. Palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhaling, sweeping the arms, really sweeping up everything that you took from this practice to bring with you into your day, into your week. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Inhale one last time, biggest expression yet. Palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, bring it down to heart center. May you take all that you received from your practice today and take it with you throughout your day and throughout your week ahead. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. I love you all so dearly. And if you don't know me, my name is Catherine. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your week to meditate with me. I really appreciate you being here. And if you don't know me, my name is Catherine. I'm here for you. I'm a yin and restorative yoga guide, meditation guide, voice teacher and coach, and singer-songwriter. So I wear a lot of hats. And now we're to our card pulling portion of the live. So I'm going to take a drink of coffee and then let me know if you would like cards. I'll pull one of each. So I know this is backwards for you guys, but this is the Affirmations for Women cards. But if you are a gentleman, they still work. And then we have the Angel Numbers deck today and the Magical Spirit Oracle today. So you'll get one of each if you would like cards. I'm going to take a drink of coffee. Okay, Maria. Maria's up first, and then Christy. It's so weird. It says I only have one person watching, but I see both of your comments. I don't know. It's fun trying to learn new platforms, you know. So we'll get Maria's cards first. Let's see. Ooh. Carly, hello, you made it over. We just finished the meditation. But welcome, welcome. I'm glad you were able to make it over. Totally get it, Carly. Let me know if you would like cards. I've got Maria first, and then Christy, and then it would be you. Of course, you can have cards. Of course, of course. I'm gonna take that one. Ooh, it's a good one. Okay. So Maria, you got, for your affirmation, you got, I am a light that will not be dimmed. I love that. I am a light that will not be dimmed. I am a light that will not be dimmed. And then for the angel number card, you got 994, honor goals. Examine your current opportunities. It's time to redirect to make decisions that honor your goals rather than your short-term gratification. The current opportunities presented to you need careful examination. Consider at this moment how your current daily activities feed into your long-term visions. Ask yourself now if they will help you or hold you back from your ultimate dreams and goals. And again, I know these are backwards, but I still like to show them. And then finally, this is my second YouTube live. Me and Christy aren't hip enough yet. Oh, I mean, believe me, I did not want to do this either. I wanted to stay on Instagram, but I'm like over 250 followers away from that. So it's going to be a while, I'm afraid. I don't like change, so this was hard for me to make the switch too. But we did it. We did it. We're here. We're thriving. So, Maria, you got breaking into bloom, and I'll show the picture. Sometimes you will break before you bloom. Time, liberation, understanding. I really love that there's like a flower growing out of her third eye. These are so, so beautiful. So let's read about that. So breaking into bloom, the rosebud, time, liberation, understanding. My third eye is awakened and my heart is open. Wow, does that go with our meditation today? Temperance, the red rose has paid you a visit. She is your ally and comes with the gift of grace and patience. She knows what it's like to think the world is ending and then have it begin again, to feel trapped. For the bud must break open before it can bloom. It can be painful and seems long, but once you learn, this is a path to liberation. This card is an energy of awakening, self-liberation, and patience. The red rose has mastered these and wants to help you learn them as well. It can be a positive omen that there is something you will soon understand, something that has been troubling your mind and heart, something that you have been trying to figure out, get past, or comprehend. Notice the hourglasses in the artwork. They are on both sides of her, reminding her that the time itself is necessary ingredient in the process of growth and awakening, just as water is. This card can also mean that the red rose has a message for you, that you are or have been in a struggle, but need to trust that it will end up leading you to more freedom and magic. The red rose is your friend and reassures you that sometimes you will break before you bloom. You are on the right path of setting yourself free from something. This could be within you, your career, creativity, healing, or your dreams. Notice how the red rose blossoms as an extension of your third eye, your ultimate spiritual center connecting you with the quantum realm. The spirit of the rose is within you. You have the power of understanding what you're meant for. You feel another rose blossoming from your heart, resulting from the awakening of your own self-love during this process. Oh, I love that. With the third eye, intuition, and the power of your heart, you are sure to free yourself from your struggle. Those are the places that need to be opened at this time. As they say, energy goes where attention flows. And then there's a manifestation enhancer. It says specific guided meditations and crystals that you endow with this energy can assist you in activating your third eye and heart. You will need to set the intention for them to open. Place your hand on your heart throughout the day and tap on your third eye a few times as if awakening it. When meditating, place one hand on your heart and one finger on the other of your third eye. I love that. So I hope that that resonated, Maria. And I've got Christy next. I'm gonna see, did I miss comments? I don't think so. Yeah, change is hard, especially when it comes to like technology. I'm just like, no. We just got new phones yesterday, and my husband switched back to an Android, and I'm like, listen, I would be okay with that, but I'm so used to Apple now. I'm like, don't make me learn something new, So I did not do that. Beautiful cards. It definitely resonated. I'm so glad, Maria. You're so welcome. I'm not tech savvy either. I like learn all of that very, very slowly, like at a snail's pace. And that's how I have to do it so that I can learn how to like use my recording equipment and stuff. That took me a long time because I have like a real block and resistance to learning those things. So Yeah, I feel you on that, Christy. I feel you. So Maria, if you would like me to send you the cards, usually I would DM people on Instagram with their cards, like a picture of the cards, so you can read them over and just kind of look them over later. If you would like me to do that, would you mind just DMing me over there so that it's easier for me to find you? And my handle over there is at Catherine Lynn Sings. That will just help me to find you and send them if you would like. If you don't want them, then that's cool too. No pressure. I just know some people like it when I send them to them afterwards, so. All right, so Christy, what does Christy need from our angel numbers deck today? Oops. I'm not gonna take all those because that was like a bunch. I'm gonna ask for maybe one or two to come out. Thank you. That'll help me keep organized about who is here and stuff. So I appreciate that. Oh, I love these. Cool. Okay, let's get one more for Christy. Ooh. I like this. Okay. So Christy, yours kind of came out in twos except for the affirmation, so that's interesting. So Christy says, even in the darkest places, if we look hard enough, hope can be found. Even in the darkest places, if we look hard enough, hope can be found. So that's your affirmation. And then you got two, why am I drawing a blank? Angel number cards. So the first one is 151, make magic. Your desires are in your hands. Your angels say that it is time now to create your future. The things that you want are not just going to happen on their own. You'll need to create them. The steps you take today have a direct link to what happens to you in the future. Sit in a quiet spot and take 5 deep centering breaths. As you inhale, envision supportive energy flowing into you. As you exhale, know that what you want wants you. That goes really well with our meditation today. I'm having a hard time speaking. That's really cool though. Okay, and then 673, fifth dimensional thinking. It's time to level up. Your angels want you to level your thinking up to the 5th dimension. You are stuck in mundane struggles and the material world values. Reframe your thoughts, keeping the big picture in view. Connect to your purpose and the valuable lessons you are learning at this very moment. Draw another card with the intention for guidance as your next step. So I'm going to take that as this second one was your card they wanted you to draw. That's what I'm getting from it. And then you got 2 of these too. So you got kind of this deck's version of the Tower. Dark Night of the Soul, Transformation, Awakening, Tower. So you might be in a time of transformation, and it sounds like that's what the angels want you to do. So let's read about that. Let's see, 28. Okay, Dark Night of the Soul, Transformation, Awakening, Power, Warrior. In darkness, I can cultivate my light. So this is interesting with your affirmation. This one goes really well with that. The tower, the deepest cave, the endless desert, a dark night of the soul is a period of extreme challenges, whether internal, external, or both. It is the fight with the dragon, the monsters in your head, the demons in your life. It is to experience a great loss or catastrophic confusion. It is the thing that every human wishes to avoid but cannot. It is a stirring of your soul, a call for the deepest of transformations, whether that be a reconstruction of your life, values, or self. These periods can take us to a hell of sorts. They take us to a place so deep within us that we think we will never end, a trapdoor through which we just keep falling into a great void of dark experiences and painful emotions. It can strip everything away from us. We have no choice but to face the dragon, to find the treasure, to seek the light, to become the warrior we were always capable of being. This is when we become a more powerful version of self, when we learn the ways of the great witches who came before us and know that they are so much stronger, wiser, and worthier than we thought possible. We earn our gifts in this place. Those were not born, those we were not born with, but were always meant for. Ooh, I love that. I'm going to read that again. We earn our gifts in this place. Those we were not born with, but were always meant for. Our new self is forged in the fire of transformation, and we can do more than just survive. We can become the light that we so desperately need. We can rise from the ashes and become the phoenix. We can awaken to the powerful truth of our own being. Pulling this card can confirm that you have experienced an evolution of your soul, that you have overcome or are capable of overcoming difficulties and receiving the gifts that come from that. As hard and dark as that may be, you are learning the way of the warrior. This card has an energy of transformation behind it. Perhaps you feel your soul is stirring and that it is time for new growth within, or you want to change your life, your beliefs, or your values. Listen to this calling and do not fear the dark if you already have your lantern and compass. And there's a manifestation enhancer. It says, reflect on how some of the darkest periods of your life led to some of the most profound changes within you, how they led you to deeper understanding, strengths, and or awakenings. Honor yourself for making it through them. Knight yourself. Recognize the sword that you now carry or will soon earn. I love that, actually. I actually don't see the Tower card as negative. Because, yeah, knock me down so I can be rebuilt, you know? I'm all for it. All right, so in your other one, let's read about this. So this one says, blessings and curses, psyche, self-love, beauty. Do not be ashamed of your thorns or of your flowers. She also has a rose growing out of her head. Beautiful. Okay, let's read about this one. Blessings and curses, duality, psyche, self-acceptance, beauty. I accept all parts of myself. I am divine and whole. The red rose, a guide, has come to pay you an important visit. She seeks to heal and ease a pain in your mind and spirit. There is a shame and guilt for who you are lurking in your darkest corners. It is holding you back in ways you may not realize. It is holding you back in ways you may not realizes. I don't know where that came from. She wishes to shine a light there, to show you how to love your darkness into light, how to turn your demons into angels. The thorns we grow come from a place of pain. They are a result of our need to protect ourselves from outside forces. They are defense mechanisms. Hurt that can sometimes cause others to come from being hurt ourselves. If you try to pick a rose, it will prick you with its thorns. You might have goodwill, but the rose doesn't know that. It can be fooled and hurt before. It has been fooled and hurt before. However, the thorns are also what makes the rose strong, whole, and powerful. Her thorns are the rose's self-worth, her ability to stand up for herself, her discernment, her tenacity, and her persistence to keep going. The things that sometimes harden us also have great gifts to teach within us. The flowers are what the world loves to see us for. Our personality, appearance, what we do. They are also what we can be judged and criticized for if we are too beautiful, too different, too colorful, too big, too small, too much, not enough. But the red rose reminds us that we were all hand created by the divine. We are divinity itself. This card is also a positive omen that you are reaching or will soon reach a point in your journey where you learn how to accept all of yourself. Your whole, full, and most authentic self, the magic, the mess, and the mundane parts too. This will unlock so much grace and power within you. The beauty you feel within will shine out of your being, pouring out into the world around you. And the manifestation enhancer is practice self-love at this time. Mirror work can be extremely powerful now. Meditating on love, appreciation, and acceptance of yourself while sitting in front of a mirror. You can find guided meditations on YouTube for this. Speaking aloud, self-loving affirmations to the mirror is also powerful. Do it as often as you can. So, I think that those went really well together too. Yours and Maria's kind of had like themes, I feel like. Cool. So, wow, that was really spot on, beautiful. I'm so glad that that resonated. I'm going to get Carly. I hope she's still here. I see that I have 3 people, so hopefully she's here. If she's not, I will just send them to her after. So Carly, let me know if you are here. And then if there's anybody else that wants cards, let me know. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I really felt connected to that for you. Like with everything you just went through, I feel like you're actually coming out of the storm. So I think that was kind of a confirmation that you're coming out of that, you're moving forward. Now it's time to work on some self-love, it sounds like, which we all need to work on all the time. That never stops. That's why I do so many meditations around self-love, because I feel like we all need that. Okay. So I still don't know if Carly's here or not. Ooh. She got 2 as well. So I wish I could see. I wish I could see who's here. But I can't. Oh, Schwell. Well, I'm going to read these anyways, and if she might have had to pop out with the kids. But you never know when somebody else watching might need to hear a message too, so. So the first one says, when I zoom out from the parts that overwhelm me, it's easier to give myself grace. When I zoom out from the parts that overwhelm me, it's easier to give myself grace. And then I will create beauty in the lives of others today. I will create beauty in the lives of others today. I love that. Love that one. And then I choose to see my life through a lens of gratitude. I choose to see my life through a lens of gratitude. Oh, it's always a good one. And then 711, persistence. Reap the rewards of your efforts. You've been working very hard towards your goals, but at some point you have to take all that you've done and benefit from it. Your angels ask you to honor your growth, reflect on something you've been working on for a long time, and think about how far you've come. Really give yourself some credit for lessons learned, tasks accomplished, and fears faced. Give yourself a pat on the back. Love that. And she got acceptance. Gosh, I love this card. There's like little bees holding up her hair. If you can see those little bees. Love that. You can let go now, surrender to what is. Acceptance, letting go, water, non-resistance. So let's see what that has to say in the book. Acceptance, letting go, water, acceptance, non-resistance. I trust that the good that is meant for me will find me. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Surrender to the universe and what is. In this space, the end is also the beginning. Some circumstances are like quicksand. The more you struggle to break free, the more you become trapped. If you let go and stop resisting, you may find yourself sinking into a magical cavern just below the surface, a place that holds the very thing you are looking for. The acceptance card tells you that everything is okay. You can go now. Trust where this will take you. You are trying to change something that cannot be changed with force. Your lack of faith and control is limiting you. Sometimes we seek something to be exactly as we want it to be, or we have something go precisely as we want it to. This is not always the way. In this situation, Spirit has a much better way of taking care of matters. Notice how the bees are supporting and loving you. Pulling the acceptance card can also be a sign that you are desiring something that you are not meant for, or not in the way you expect. There's something else that will better serve and fulfill you. You may end up finding an unexpected kind of power or outcome. There may be a different path you are meant to take to get to the same destination. Spirit asks you to stop resisting and struggling. This card also tells us that there is magic to be found in our present reality, that if we choose to seek the miracles that are around us now, we will find even more. Appreciation will expand the abundance that is hiding in dark corners. It will unveil the beauty that we were unable to see before. Reflect, and then the manifestation enhancer is reflect or journal about what you could possibly be resisting and fighting the universe for. See if you can determine what fears are and what your fears are and how you can soothe them to become faith instead. Practice a self-guided meditation in which you let go, and in doing so, you are led exactly where you are meant to be and exactly what is meant to happen. Wow, that really goes with our meditation today too. That's beautiful. Okay, and then finally, she got a second card, so we'll read that one. I love the eyes. So emotions. That's so pretty. Honoring the flow of all the emotions. Alchemy, processing, sensitivity. So emotions, fluidity, alchemy, processing, sensitivity. My emotions are honored, processed, and healing. Emotion, or actually emotion. Energy in motion. Emotions must be allowed to express, flow, and transmute, not be neglected, overflowing, or left stagnant. Negative emotions can be tricky, But above all else, they must be honored, they must be processed, they must be respected. It doesn't mean that we give into the whims of every emotion we feel. We still have a responsibility to use our better judgment when deciphering them. For instance, emotion feels while the intuition knows. Get curious about them. Where is it coming from? Why am I feeling this? How can I better move through it? If you are sensitive, you must protect yourself from getting lost in the chaos of emotions. It can be too much. Sometimes they can send us spiraling into deep despair or joyful naiveness. We must find the balance of body, mind, and soul. We must learn emotional intelligence. This is why writing can be beneficial in making sense of our emotions. Words are spells. Writing can help us organize both our thoughts and our emotions, soothe ourselves back into balance, understand and release them along with tears, and help us figure out how we can best move forward through them and decide the right action to take. Pulling the emotions card tells us that there is a flow that needs to happen. Something internal is affecting our external world and is calling to be processed so that we can live our lives, live our fullest and most enriched life. What action can you take to transmute it? And then the manifestation enhancer for this one is through the power of spellcasting or writing, find out what action will best serve you in the alchemization of your emotions. Light a candle, grab a journal, and ask spirit for guidance. This could simply be a release, screaming into a pillow, crying, opening up to a loved one. It could be doing something physical, exercise, dance, yoga, or something expressive, writing, creating, singing, whatever art modality you use. Also, this is a process, not a one-time thing. So it could be a regular activity you may benefit from. Finally, your emotions should be addressed on an individual level. Different emotions may need different actions. Ooh, I love that. That was powerful. So I don't know if she was here for that. I don't know if she was here for that. I see I have 3 people. So if anyone else would like cards, let me know. Or if Carly is back. I just read your cards, but I'd read them again for you if you would like. I'm like talking into my coffee cup. So, aren't they so good? I feel like everybody's were so powerful today, but I think we just had a full moon yesterday. And we had a powerful meditation this morning. So, I think all of that energy helps, get us some really good stuff, some really good guidance, some good, it's a word I'm looking for here, examination of maybe what's going on within you or within your life. So I hope that that resonated for you guys. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. What's everybody doing today? I feel so peaceful. Oh, good. That's like my goal is just that you guys have a nice, relaxing Sunday morning, that you can we can come together in community together and do something that's just, nourishing and peaceful, and bringing that then into your week. So yeah, Christy, I feel like this was a really potent full moon. I did a ritual yesterday, and like a community ritual, and it was so powerful. So I feel like that energy is still sticking with me today, and I'm sure it's sticking with everybody, whether you did a ritual or not, just that full moon energy. I also feel peaceful too. Good. That's the goal, Christy. Yeah, that's the only goal. So I just want to keep doing this for you guys. So thank you for both of you, and Carly made it over here. Thank you for making the switch over to YouTube. I know when we've been doing it on Instagram and you're kind of used to that format, it stinks to have to go to another platform, but I appreciate you guys making the switch over because I love you all and I want you to be here with me. So, because then we get all this good energy together, you know, and it becomes more potent when we're all here together. So, we did a spell Friday night. That's so awesome. Did you do one yesterday too? I know you said you were going to do another one yesterday, but I don't know if you did. My coffee is now cold, but I'm still going to consume it. Honestly, I think it's just Instagram. I think we've been having issues over there anyways. How has this live stream been? Has it been smooth? Has it been pretty good for you guys? Has it been lagging? I'm really curious since this is only my second time doing a live over here. Cold coffee is also delicious. I'm used to drinking cold coffee because I end up like doing things in the morning and I can't like focus on just my coffee. I need to like clean and do all the things in my kitchen. But yeah, I think it's Instagram for sure. I love you and all of our ladies too. I know I love this group so much and I hope that everybody else can eventually meander over here to YouTube so that we can continue to have this little Sunday morning time together. So I had a lot of requests. Well, that's good though. Your card pull for me was so good. And I love the pug cards. Oh my God. They're so good. I mean, who knew they even made pug tarot cards? Not me, but it's amazing. Then I was excited. Yeah, it takes a lot out of you. Like, it's shocking. Sometimes when I get done with these lives, I'm like dead the rest of the day. So I'm glad that I do them on Sundays so that like I can just relax afterwards because it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy to pull cards. Try to like connect to someone else's energy and get them some answers. Aren't they cute? They are so cute. And mine was so accurate. He was just like looking into the future. It's adorable. Christy had never pulled cards for me before, but she asked me yesterday and I was like, yeah, I always want card pulls from others. I love it. And you never know what someone else is going to be able to connect to that maybe you're not for yourself. Because I feel like with the card pulling for me personally, if I pull for other people, I tend to get, really good answers for them. But sometimes when I pull for me, I want it to be something, and I don't want it to be anything for you guys. I just let it be what it is, right? So I'm not trying for something. And then I get like a jumbled message because for myself, I'm like, oh, well, I want it to be this. And it's like, that isn't how it works. So I really have to disconnect if I'm going to pull for myself to the outcome, right? I'm so glad you started doing that, Christy. I think it's a good exercise for you, for your intuition. And it sounded like from your cards, some of that is where they want you to go. You had the make magic and the fifth dimensional thinking, and you had the blessings and curses with the psyche and awakening, dark night of the soul, but awakening those things. So I think that's maybe why you're being called to do that. That's just what my intuition says, but I think maybe that's why you're feeling that call to pull for other people. I know that's how it happened for me. I just suddenly felt like I should for other people. And the same with the meditations. I've been wanting to do this for a long time before I started doing it on Instagram, but I had a lot of fear around being seen. And so it took me a long time to get to the level where I don't really care what people think. Um, Tracy encourages me. She thinks I'm a strong empath. Yeah, I mean, I think you are. I think the card you pulled for me was spot on. So, spot on. It's the exact way I've been feeling. So, an exact like direction I feel like I'm going. So, I love that for you. But yeah, and Maria, do you pull cards or do anything like that? I'm always so curious if other people are intuitives or like to pull their own cards or do something else. Like some people throw runes. I do have runes, but sometime I should pull or throw runes for you guys. Just dropped one. Sometime I should pull these for you guys. But there's those. There's like tea reading. No, I haven't yet. I've been learning to listen to my intuition, which was really, really a good place to be too. Just learning to go inwards. I think that like meditating really helps with that. Learning how to really connect inwards, connect to the breath, get things quiet so you can hear. It's for me with someone who has had a lot of anxiety, and I know that's that way for a lot of people. When I'm anxious, I can't hear myself. I can't hear my intuition. I can't hear anything other than just, it's like chatter in there. Just everybody's chatting at once and you can't focus on anything. That's how it feels. So I think that's like the most important place to start from, honestly, is learning how to connect inwards. So yes, that would be fun. Yeah, I'm hoping we get more people to flow over here eventually, but it looks like there's just 3 people in here. I don't know if the third person would like cards. I don't think it's Carly because I think she would be talking to us. So, yep, that's me too. Yeah, I just feel like there's too many things going on when you have all that anxiety. So, it's really important for me that I keep my own meditation practice, not just like this for Sunday mornings for you guys. I love being able to share it, but I actually need to have a strong practice in order to kind of keep all of that chatter at bay. And a lot of times with anxiety too, it's negative chatter, right? Like it's all the negative things coming out. So who needs just like a ton of those voices? It's like, no, thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was someone else hanging out. So it looks like they left now though. So that's what I was thinking. She would be talking to us. So I'll just send her cards afterwards. But I hope you are both having a, let me read what Maria said here. I know that feeling overthinking anxiety. Yeah, it's not. It's I think a lot of us have a lot of anxiety. And that's just kind of the world we live in kind of breeds that anxiety. So I think it's so important to find practices, even if it's not meditation, it could be going for a walk or, pulling cards for yourself or just breath work in itself. Um, whatever. Everybody has different ways that they kind of go inward. Some people it's exercise. I find that not very pleasant. So I still do it, but I'm not like that isn't my relaxing time to go inward. But for some people it is. So everybody's different. For me, I find like if I were to go for a run right now, I would rather die. Just that's not going to be for me. But for some people, doing that sort of movement like that does calm their mind down, and then they're able to process some things while they're doing something like that. I find that so interesting that we're all so different. Yeah, I like hiking. I do like going for walks. I like yoga. Um, I like riding a bike around, but um yeah, I'm like it's like really specific things. I do like to lift weights sometimes, but that wouldn't be like a meditative time for me. That would be more like put on some music that gets me jazzed and like, lift some weights. Um wouldn't be the time for contemplation and meditation. So yeah, so that's me. But I think it's so important to find whatever works for you to kind of tap inwards. Reading Christie's comment. Yeah, so I used to go when I was in California, which would have been like a year ago. I was going really consistently to um, a yoga studio, several times a week, and I had a membership, but I haven't found a place I want to go here in Spokane yet. Um, and I don't know if I will, but there's tons of YouTubes that are really great for that, Christy, that I could send you. I have some good recommendations. Um, I really like Faith Hunter um, over at what is her YouTube called? Spiritually Fly. I really like her. Um, so Faith Hunter at Spiritually Fly. I love Susanna Barkataki. Um, Thagel, I can't remember her last name right now. Um, Jessamine Stanley, I think her last name's Stanley. Sometimes last names escape me, so but those are all people I really, really like. And they're all really body positive, and they're really dedicated to the roots of yoga. Some of them are actually South Asian people and Black women. So I like to follow people that are really following the roots of yoga and the real true spiritual side of yoga. So those are some people I recommend. There's probably a few others, and I just can't think of them off the top of my head, but I can always send you those, Christy, if you would like, because they all have like YouTubes and stuff like that. Some of them have apps too that you could download and then be a part of their community. So that might be something I do in the future too, is sign up for one of those instead of going out in the community here. So we'll see. I had a gym membership and they had yoga class. That's nice. Yeah, Faith, what did I say her last name was? No, I forgot. Oh my gosh. Spiritually Fly. If you look that up, Faith Hunter. Faith Hunter. That's her name. Yeah. I really like her. She does a lot of meditations too, and she'll do like full moon activations and stuff like that. So I really, really like her. Yeah, that's the problem is that, and that's something that like Susanna Barkataki talks a lot about is just how expensive yoga memberships are. And then they don't really honor the roots of yoga and the spiritual practice that it is. And it can be very like whitewashed. So she's another good follow on Instagram. And I'm sure she has YouTube videos too, but I've mostly followed her on Instagram, and then I have her books. So I really like both of those people. I haven't found a yoga place by me. I know it's hard to find one that, you know, A has the type of yoga that you want to do. I don't like hot yoga, and that tends to be like the majority of places do hot yoga, and I don't really like that. And then, yeah, exactly. I feel they aren't working with real yoga. Exactly. I don't feel like they're following the actual roots, the actual spiritual practice that it is, and teaching from a place of that. I don't feel like many are doing that. It's more just like, this is physical exercise that you're going to do to feel better. And yes, it has that side effect, but it's more than that. So I think we need to, if we're going to be yogis, we need to embrace and learn about the deeper roots of it, the deeper spiritual part of it. So that's how I feel too, Maria. But yeah, I can always give you guys a list of people that I like. Um, and of course, there's always a ton more than even that, on there's one that she is kind of more of a yin teacher. And I like her. I can't remember her name right now though. I know she's Canadian and I can't think of her name, but I like her stuff too. Yeah, absolutely no hot yoga here in the desert, my friend. I used to go to yoga classes with, loved it. She got me to go with her to a hot yoga class one day and I almost died. Yeah, I mean, I don't like being hot. I'm a very pale person, so like I don't know, just heat is not a good thing for me. It does not give me the good feelings that it makes other people feel like they've like detoxed and they feel amazing. I just feel like crap after I leave that. I just want to sleep all day. It's not for me. So, to each their own, I guess, but I'm not a fan of hot yoga. No, thank you. And yeah, in the desert, even worse. It's like no thanks. But that's kind of my struggle too, is just finding some place that actually like teaches the spiritual part of it and blends in the philosophies and the yamas and niyamas and all of those things. We're both pale. Yeah, exactly. My sister always likes to say like my or our people are a pale people. We can't go in the sun. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Our people are a pale people, Christy. so, so yeah, like that's just not for me. Um, but anyways, I don't need to keep you. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys about this stuff. I'm like just chattering on. But thank you both so much for being here. I'll let you get on with your day. And I love you both. And I see a third person, but I don't know who it is. So welcome, welcome. I'll let that person know. I think there's three people. Yeah. If that third person that's in here, if you'd like some card pulls, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna peace out. And both of you have a wonderful day. And I hope you go do something fun, or just relaxing, which is also fun. So whatever you do, have a great day. I'm Hispanic and my skin is white. So do you have the same problem then of not being able to stand heat and be in the hot yoga? Like, cuz I cannot. It's not for pale people. Yeah, okay. So you're in our category of no thank you. I would rather die than go to hot yoga. My best friend was also Hispanic and she was whiter than me. Oh, that's so interesting. Well, then their people are a pale people maybe too. There's pale people everywhere, right? And we're just not built for the sun or for the heat. That's just what it is. But anyways, okay, I really will go now. Thank you both for being here. I really enjoyed chit-chatting with you, and I hope that you both have a wonderful week. I'm probably not gonna post a YouTube pre-record this week because I accidentally posted two last week. So I'm just gonna repost those to Instagram, and then I'll have a new one the following week, because I assume people probably will not have gone and watched two of them. But there are a bunch up now. I don't even know how many, probably at least 8. Um, so if you'd like to meditate throughout the week, there's a bunch to choose from. And I am releasing those every Thursday, and then I'm continuing to do these lives every Sunday. So, so yeah, so check those out if you feel like you need a meditation during the week. There's lots of different themes in there. And yes, and there's all of the ones on Instagram too, Maria, because I always posted the lives over there. So if you go to my page, there's a ton of different themes on my Instagram as well. So depending on what you're looking for, the pre-recorded ones are just my voice and some soft music in the background. The Instagram ones are more this format of a live. So yeah, so thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week at the same time. I should be on the rest of this month, all of September, and then I'll be taking some of October off again because I'm going back to Montana. So I'm really excited about that. So love you both. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you for being here with me. And we'll talk soon. Well, I'll send you guys your cards. All right. Love you. Bye.